Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at AVAX, seeing what's going on. This coin's doing very well, responding quite positively. All things considered, held up very strong with this previous resistance. This is a previous week close at $50 even, and looking pretty good here, folks. So again, we're going to take a look at this, see what's going on. If you're new to the channel, very much welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is the site. Link down below. We got a lot of graduates recently doing very well. We took some nice profits here from AVAX. Also, 82% in 4 days, injective 76% in 3 days, or sorry, 5 days. And then again, we had some shorts too. Fetch.ai, 34% on the short there. And then we hit Filecoin, 37%, and Ocean, 50% on the way down. So we're catching profits on either direction there, folks. Congrats again to everybody for that. We did have to close one long position in the red with ICP. But that's only our second quote-unquote stop loss for the month. We've had about 20 positive trades. So I think it all averages out, folks. Okay, take a look here at AVAX. What we want to do is look at the back-end data and see what's going on. So let's go ahead and talk about this guy. I have trouble typing AVAX for some reason. Sorry about that. What we want to look at is liquidation and kind of see where we're at. This is not looking good for shorts. Look at these shorts, man. They just cannot seem to stop. Like short traders are funny to me. Don't get me wrong, I short trade too, don't get me wrong. But shorting right now, when it's retesting its most recent high, that's a terrible idea. You can see we're forming a cup and handle pretty obviously, and the price action is going to break out at about $57. Could jump all the way up to roughly 60 with liquidation. Okay, so 57 to 60. Look out if you're in a short in that range. That is bad news. Okay. And what I mentioned by cup and handle is actually you can't really see it on the charts because it looks a little different. But generally speaking, we're seeing this here, and it could very well work out to a handle, or you could even argue that this was the cup and this is the handle. No, that's a stretch. Forget it. Maybe I'm wrong. There's no cup and handle. It's just looking very strong. Let's just boil it down to that. Let's take a quick look at the daily time frame. It's important not to try to reach when you're looking for candlestick patterns, by the way, folks. It can be a very vicious cycle. A lot of people are like, really into it. And they do play out pretty well, of course, and a lot of it comes down to like the psychology of what traders are doing and how they're trading the coin. That's what it boils down to. But right now, let's not speculate. Let's just go based on the good old-fashioned TA. Above all moving averages, AVAX still looking very strong. We do have a stochastic divergence, of course, but we got to see how this is going to play out or not. Unlikely. It's gonna show that because we have a couple of red days here. But look at this solid green day. We got a hammer up. That's a hammer doji. That's a very strong candle. Obviously, we got to close where we're at or higher to have it become enforced, but generally speaking, we're still above 70 in the RSI. We've been over 70 for 4 days now. This is amazing to be able to see this after such a magnificent sell-off from Bitcoin. So MFI pulling back, that's also very common. That's a lagging indicator, of course. Let's look at the 4 hour because this is really going to tell us where we're at with these things here, okay? So let's just jump right into that. Perfect bounce pivot off of 50 on the RSI. That's fantastic. We can also see traditional money flow index is looking pretty good. Okay, we're right there combined together. We have a second stochastic swing to the upside, which carries more weight than the first. So these are 3 out of 3 awesome factors. The only thing that isn't great here is MACD, but it's lagging, right? It's 12 and a 26 intersecting, hopefully in this case in upward fashion. So we could very well have ourselves a convergence on the horizon, we do, but we could have a convergence occur once we break free from this range here at $57. So it looks pretty likely that this coin is going to want to retest this level and continue higher. Now you could argue this is like a head and shoulders pattern. There's possibilities of that. It just depends. That if this neckline is broken, then we're going to be in good shape here to see that continue higher. So this definitely looks like somewhat of a breakout consideration here, and it's definitely looking pretty solid. Okay, so 4 hour time frame looks awesome. Last but not least here is the hourly. Let's quickly just double check the cloud and call it gay here. Call it a day. Oh my God, I think I said something wrong there. Don't rewind that. I meant to say call it a day here. We're good to go on the hourly. Let's quickly just double check simple moving averages. We're above all simple FSMAs. We've confirmed about the cloud for about 3 hours now. Lagging spans free and clear the price action, and conversion line is breaking above. This is all green lights, good situations here for a long consideration according to the cloud. We take that, combine it with everything else we've seen here so far, there's very little reason why the price action shouldn't break this $57 mark and inevitably establish higher highs. I think that $60 is a probability at this point, just based on the way that liquidation levels are formed here. Just tons of liquidation there, okay? Again, this last 7 days, of course, but generally speaking, there's a large concentration of liquidation above the price action, and we're close to it right now, okay? So again, awesome stuff there. I think that we're in good shape here to see the price action continue further up. Just make sure you use a tight stop loss, and make sure that you're in a good consideration for not using high leverage or too big of a position, because this is still a high risk too, folks. Bitcoin could pull back. If it does, AVAX could as well. And just recognize here also, we're above this volume support so far. This is a very, very positive sign. I think AVAX is looking pretty strong here. Definitely worth consideration for a long position. Okay. All right, folks, I hope that made sense. I described that correctly. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, follow if you haven't already, and make sure you check out and trade Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below. No KYC or VPN required. Highly recommend them. They are awesome. So thanks again so much for the awesome opportunity for our community members there at Bitunix, and thank you too for just being a great part of my life. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.